Students, please be seated. Namaskar and a very pleasant morning to everyone present here. Today we all have assembled here to attend an informative workshop on different topics related to adolescence. And for this we have with us Dr. Sukanta Chatterjee, Dr. Naresh Grover, Dr. H.L. Khuller, Dr. Preeti Malhotra, and Dr. Sandeep Agarwal. We welcome you all here. At Bhavans, we all know that it's a custom to start the day by lighting the lamp of holy knowledge. So I request all the eminent dignitaries, along with Director Principal Ma'am and Vice Principal Ma'am, to come on the stage to ignite the holy lamp of knowledge.
दीप ज्योति पर ब्रह्म दीपः सर्व तमोपः दीपेन साध्यते सर्वं संध्यादीपो नमोस्तुते संध्यादीपो नमोस्तुते.
As flowers are the best representation of heart's elation, so I request our worthy Director Principal Ma'am and Vice Principal Ma'am to represent the beautiful bouquet of colorful flowers to Dr. Sukanta Chatterjee. A big round of applause, please. Thank you, everyone. You can please sit on your seats, please. Grace the seats. Thank you. Adolescence is the phase of life when a child is developing into an adult, and a child faces several changes and associated problems during this process. Before formally commencing this workshop, I would like to provide brief introduction of our today's worthy guest, Dr. Sukanta Chatterjee, who was formerly Professor and Head Pediatrics at Medical College, Kolkata. Also, he was the organizing chairperson of first ever Asian Congress on Adolescent Health, which was held in 2022. Dr. Naresh Grover, who is consultant pediatrician and allergist at Dr. Grover's Advanced Pediatric Center and Apollo Cradle Hospital, and he has been practicing in pediatrics in the city of Amritsar for last 30 years. Dr. Hira Lal Khuller, an assistant professor at Government Medical College, Amritsar, who was the vice president of Amritsar Academy of Pediatrics. Dr. Preeti Malhotra, who is the MD Pediatrics at PGI Chandigarh, and she has been the one who has actually published so many articles in national and international journals related to pediatrics only. Dr. Sandeep Agarwal, an assistant professor at Government Medical College, Amritsar, has been serving in the remote peripheries since 1998. He was the head of department at the Civil Hospital, Amritsar, till 2019. A big round of applause for each one of them. We welcome you all at the Bharati Vidya Bhavan Kendra of Amritsar. Now I would request Dr. Sukanta Chatterjee to begin with the workshop.
Good morning. Why you say sir? Well, let's consider we are friends now. Hmm? So we'll be discussing something which is uh, very close to heart, sometimes confidential. You may not be willing to share to a sir. So consider me a friend and be free and frank to tell your heart, or what I should say, to really expose your mind. Yes. Now I think it's better audible. Okay. Uh, so we are here to just mix with you and get some idea what you are thinking today. We were like you many years back, maybe 40, 50. How many years do you think? I was sitting on the other side like you. How many years? Any guess? 35. 40. So who said 40? So you didn't say 40. Someone else. You said 40. But why didn't you raise your finger? You said, but you didn't raise your hand. You felt shy? Okay. That is normal. Remember. To feel shy. Why you feel shy? What the friends will say? What these people with gray hairs or say scanty hairs will say? So that is the reason why you feel shy sometimes. You feel whether I should speak or not. These are issues. But unless you get these issues cleared, your primary objective will not be fulfilled. What is your primary objective here in school? Yes? Study. So what do you do with study? Huh? Yes? So, yes. So you are also laughing, your friends are laughing. So that means you are not accustomed to speak like that. But you should be. I encourage it. So, yes, no, sit, please. What will you do after study? Speak loudly, please. Please. You will get your chance. So you want to be someone in the society, very big. Good. So that's very good. So for that, we need to first of all get good grades in the school. Sit down. So that is very important. That's the primary objective. We must do good in the school. And that doing good is your primary objective. But that is the objective that is ahead or visible. Your additional objective is to become a perfect and number one citizen in India, so that you yourself is satisfied and your friends, your parents, and finally the society will be considering you as someone special, and you will be coming to this side one day. That is the ultimate aim. To do that, we are doing, say, study in the school. All of us study the same thing in the school. As if the flower is coming up in the garden, but that flower is going to different places. मंदिर में जाते हैं और दूसरा प्लेस में जाते हैं. तो ऐसे ही हम लोग भी स्कूल में कॉमन, वी लर्न कॉमन थिंग्स. So what we really do, how you are assessed. You are, suppose you are given the number one position. Yes, with specs. Yes, number one position. So, does that mean that you will be number one always in future in the society?
Sir, it totally depends on me. Sir, if I have got the first position in anything or I have scored very good marks in studies, sir, it is on me that how will I improve it. दिस इज नॉट सर कुछ लोगों के सर जैसे सर मैं टॉप किया अगर मैंने किसी स्टडी के अंदर या फिर किसी भी चीज़ के अंदर तो सर उसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि मैं उस चीज़ को लेके मैं कहूँगा कि मैंने बहुत कुछ कर लिया. तो सर ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. मैं उस चीज़ को और इम्प्रूव करने की कोशिश करूँगा और लोगों को इंकरेज करूँगा कि जो चीज़ मैंने करी है वो चीज़ आप भी करो.
Good. So, what we study in this school, same thing all over the world, the education system in the school are same almost. We study 12 years in the school and then there may be colleges. But then finally we do something else in the society. So, how you are graded? You are graded by some marks. So, what you are doing, suppose you are studying life science or something, how best you can do amongst your peers, that is being assessed. That is the whole story of it. Means if you are doing maths, how best you can do amongst your classmates. But there are many schools, there are many classes, so there are also fast boys. So then you will be having competition with those fast boys in the society again. So this is what actually how best we can do given any work, be it maths, be it life science, or cleaning this room. That's also a job. Or cooking something. That's also a job. So how best you can do in comparison to others. That is really required in society, in education. So as a matter of fact, whatever subject you are learning how best you can do in comparison to others. Your teachers are really giving you the grades or marks in comparison to your classmates, how best you have done it. So let us now have a little short presentation on how we take it forward, and accordingly we'll talk. Yes. Next, please. Yes, I'll put some questions. Next. How many of you want to improve your academic performance? How many of you want to improve your academic performance? So, raise your hands, raise your hands, raise your hands. While I see not, there are some students who do not want to improve your performance. Well, thank you. Please put down your hands. So, I have seen that most of you are raising your hands, but someone are not raising your hands. So, that is one point that we should consider. Why you do not want to improve? Why you are not raising hands? I'll go through that. But have you ever thought how do you improve? Those who have raised hands, how do you improve? Suppose you are getting, say, 10th position in the class. How you improve to, say, first or second position? Have you ever thought of it? Yes or no? Okay. So, my next question will be, those who have thought that, yes, I want to improve, then did you find any ways and means to improve? Maybe not. Let's proceed. Let's talk about it. Next slide. Now, as we study, suppose life science, you get syllabus, then the class, lecture, and practical, assessment, examination, and you get grading. And someone is getting, say, 30%, someone is getting 50%, someone is 80%, or someone is getting 10%. Next slide. So you think the same class teaching, same teacher, same examination, but different marks achieved by the students. Your teacher is same on life science, and everyone is getting the same teaching, same exam, same question came, but you get different marks. Why? So when you think you are eager to improve, but you do not know how to do it, when you approach teacher, this teacher might say, study seriously. What is the parent's reaction? You are neglecting study. Maybe in addition, they also say that, yes, study seriously, take more care, you will be improving. Well, I should say, start learning from assessment. Know in details how you will be assessed. Why you got, say, 7 out of 10. That is very important. If you ever get your answer script written by a teacher that you are getting 6 out of 10 or 7 or 8 out of 10, so why you got this? Why these marks are deducted? Next. How many of you have showed courage to ask your teacher that, Madam, how or why I didn't get 10 out of 10? When you get 70%, suppose. You asked. Very few. But most of you are not asking. But you are accepting that you are getting less. So that is, you are satisfied with that? You want to improve or not? So yes, you want to improve, then you must know why you got less. That is very important. You are getting repeated chance. Say, semester assessment, quarterly assessment, half yearly, all these assessments are only to show you how you are performing in comparison to others. You must ask your teacher. So there should not be any shy or fear. And if there is any shy or fear, how to improve? That is, I am talking. Next. These are 2 tips. Yes. Raise your hands in the class. If there is anything you are not understanding. Suppose a teacher is teaching somewhere around achievers for 80%. You are achiever of, say, 60%. Then some issues you may not understand. So you have to raise your hands. That means the teacher notices that you want to know something or you want some clarification. So he or she will give you a chance. That's very important. Don't be shy. Now this is something, it's given an example how our minds acts. The situation is, suppose it's given a classical example that situation is the same, that you want to know or you want to face the teacher to get clarification. But you are in fear or in shy with the teacher. So then you will not raise your hands or you will not ask your questions. But if you do not get this feeling, then you will be able to open up. So you have to change your thought. That is very important. That the teacher may not respond to your raising hands, but may. If she doesn't respond to your raised hands, it doesn't matter. You don't get clarification. But if you do not raise hand, you don't get clarification, the results remain same. But if she responds to your raised hands, then you get clarified. Your query is clarified. So take a chance. Right. So this is another issue. In peer pressure, how to say no. This is important. You do not want to lose your friends, but the friends are requesting something which you cannot join. Any example you can cite? So the way you can think, if something is offered you are not willing to take, you can say no thanks. Don't forget to say thanks. Means this is politeness. If you say no, this is not politeness. Politeness keeps the friendship so that you can mix next day. But refusal is important. You do not want to get that particular item consumed. So cite a reason that I don't like it, or find some friends who do not like it also. Next. Next slide, madam. Now, this is another important. Do you feel stressed anytime? Anytime? You feel? Yes. What is the reason of stress?
फंडिंग होता है तो उसका स्ट्रेस रहता है, कल चेकिंग होनी है या फिर असेसमेंट नहीं कंप्लीट तो उसकी डांट पड़ेगी, यही स्ट्रेस होता है बस.
This is academic stress. Any other stress?
नो.
No other stress. Anyone having any other form of stress other than academics? Yes, you have. Yes. Stand up.
सर मैं बैडमिंटन खेलता हूँ तो कल मेरा टूर्नामेंट है, उसका स्ट्रेस रहता है कि जीतेंगे हारेंगे क्या होगा.
So that is sports. Sports performance related things. So there are many reasons in a person's life you can get stress. So what happens in your body when you are stressed? Right. So the stress is a situation when you think that situation is difficult, fearful, or dreadful. That is what you said, that jitenge ki harenge. That means there is some uncertainty, but you want it. So that's why you get stress. So what happens inside your body when you get this? Your body gets prepared for fight, or ultimately you might freeze. No, I can't do it. So this is when the body prepares the fight means the spirit, the mind sets something inside your body, your heart rate becomes faster, breathing becomes faster, your blood goes more to your muscles so that you are ready to start or run. This is what happens when you are stressed. So when you just reverse the thinking, so it's okay, I'll play, I'll try to perform best, but जीतेंगे हारेंगे तो क्या है? Somebody will win, somebody will lose. Next time I'll win. So if you change this, then your thinking will change this reaction, and your heart rate and the breathing rate, the blood flow to the muscles will not be going towards stressing you. So this is how you can control your thought, and then the stress will come down. Next. Well, these are many situations of stress I have just named. One, I must mention that changes in your body at this adolescent age is another important point of stress, for which you may not ask your parents or teachers also. And you often feel awkward or ashamed why these changes are happening in boys and girls. So never be shy. You must get it clarified. The best and reliable person is, of course, your parents. Never rely on internet, which is always available at your, say, palm top. Internet, I should say, media literacy is another important issue that you must learn, that whatever you read in the internet, all are not true. That is important. The best guide is your parents, and of course, equally important is your teacher. But for your bodily changes, sometimes you may not approach your teacher, but your parents could be also a better guide. Next. These are also again changes. Next. Now, how we change our behavior and technique to reduce stress. So if you really feel stress for studies or say for sports, you can exercise and eat regularly, get enough sleep, avoid excess caffeine. That's very important. That really stimulates your respiration, heart, and also the blood flow. And then avoid taking drugs and alcohols. And study relaxation exercise, that abdominal breathing. Normally we breathe, say, by chest. Abdomen is not working. If you breathe by abdomen, for that you have to, if you are standing, you cannot do that. Either you have to sit or you have to lie. So voluntarily you are enlarging abdomen. That really puts relaxation of the trunk. Similarly, you can do progressive muscle relaxation technique. Say, you can get it in YouTube's now. So, if muscle relaxation technique, you can get YouTube video how to do from the lower limbs, upper limbs, then trunk, neck, every muscle you can stress alternately and relax alternately. So that can be also stress relieving. Next. So, no, let's this slide again. Now, grounding technique, this is another important. If you are really feeling tense, this relaxation exercise doesn't help, then you might think of this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 exercise. Means you just name 5 things you see around you. So I see the light, I see the some person is standing, I see the chair, I have hand mic, so like that. So 5 things you name, then so 4 things you can hear, and then 3 things you can touch, then 2 things you can hear, and 1 thing you can taste. So first is vision, then touching, then you hear, and then you can also taste it. So this is how you gradually get this, the mind bringing to your situation or body. This is how we practice. Next. Next, you can think of, say, you can change your thought. That is what I am saying. That feel that, yes, I feel, you can express it, I feel angry when you really yell at me. Please stop yelling. Don't yell me. This is stress not relieving. Please stop yelling means you are requesting to stop something which really puts you stress. Next. Next. Well, these are different thoughts. My life will never get better. If you think that, then you can also change your thought by thinking, I may feel hopeless now, but my life will probably get better if I work on it and get some help. That is important. Never remain within yourself. If you are really stressed, always look for help. Your friends, your parents, relatives. Next. Next slide, madam. Build a network of friends who help you cope in a positive way. That's very important. Next. Well, this is the last slide. Your parents may be of help whenever you are in stress. Don't forget that you are alone. When you are not being properly received by your friends and classmates, your parents are there, who are always along with you and will always remain with you. Thank you. So, any question? Okay, thank you.
Students, please be silent. Thank you. So it was very informative, Dr. Sukanta Chatterjee. Very well said how we are going to cope up with the stress. Next in the line is Dr. Naresh Grover. A big round of applause for Dr. Naresh Grover.
गुड मॉर्निंग. सो अच्छा लगा. डिड यू लाइक इट जो डॉक्टर सुकांता ने बताया? तो डॉक्टर सुकांता ने ये बताया स्ट्रेस कैसे कम करना है. क्या इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट थे, 2-3 बताओगे एनीबडी? सर ने एक स्लाइड दिखाई थी जिसमें उन्होंने लिखा था 3-4 पॉइंट्स को. एनीबडी? दिस यू विल टेल. यस यस यस, फटाफट बताओ, फिर मैं अपनी टॉक शुरू करता हूँ.
सर उन्होंने बताया था कि अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ शेयर करना चाहिए, और हमें स्ट्रेस जो है ओवरकम करने के लिए टेक्निक्स बताई थी. और अगर हमें स्ट्रेस होता है तो हम अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ शेयर करें या फिर टीचर के साथ शेयर करें. हमें डरना नहीं चाहिए और विदाउट शाय बताना चाहिए.
सर ने सबसे पहली एक लाइन बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट लिखी थी, एक्सरसाइज रेगुलरली एंड ईट गुड फूड. यू रिमेंबर दिस लाइन? ईट गुड फूड, एक्सरसाइज रेगुलरली. भूल गए? ओके. So this is very important. This is the basic line you should remember. After that, other things start. Sir ने जितनी भी बातें बताई हैं, keep in mind. And if you have any questions, you can let your teacher, give it to your teacher, will answer it. So now I'll be talking about the very, very important topic. Next slide, please. Say no to junks and yes to exercise. Next. No, please, one by one. Please, one by one. So what is junk food? Quickly. One line answer. Okay. ऊंचा बोलना है बेटा, ऊंचा. बेटा माइक दो उसको. जल्दी. One line answer for junk food. जो बेस्ट आंसर देगा उसके लिए प्राइज भी है.
Food that only provides taste and little to no nutrition.
Very nice, very good. चलो, very good. इसका नाम नोट करो. बेटा अपना नाम बोल दो फटाफट, प्राइजेस में नाम. Anybody else? I think this is the best definition. Food which is not good in nutrition, good in taste. Anything else? It is high in calories. Next, please. So why we are taking so much junk food these days? Why we are taking? Okay. बोलो बेटा बोलो.
जा यार, इधर गल्ला करना है.
जल्दी से. जल्दी बेटा, ऐसे बता दो क्विकली. हाँ जी बोलो.
बहुत टेस्टी फूड खाने का होता है. हमें ये खा ले वो खा ले, हमारी टंग के लिए हम सारा कुछ खाते हैं.
वेरी गुड. शी इज वेरी राइट. जो जंक फूड है बहुत टेस्टी होता है, हाइपर पैलेटेबल होता है. ठीक है, बना बनाया मिल जाता है मार्केट में, फोन करो आ जाता है. ठीक है, ओके. सो आजकल ऐप्स बन गई हैं, इसलिए हम ज़्यादा ले रहे हैं. पेरेंट्स टाइम नहीं निकाल रहे बनाने के लिए, इसलिए भी हम ज़्यादा ले रहे हैं. राइट? ठीक है, इसका नाम नोट कर लो. नेक्स्ट, व्हाट आर द बैड इफेक्ट्स ऑफ जंक फूड? ये तो हमें पता चल गया. जंक फूड इज नॉट गुड. इट इज हाई इन कैलोरीज. सो व्हाट आर द बैड इफेक्ट्स? एनी चाइल्ड? हाँ जी, ये बच्चा. हाँ जी, बोलो बेटा बोलो जल्दी.
It might affect our cholesterol of heart.
Okay. चलो नेक्स्ट. एनीबडी एल्स?
Sir, it leads to obesity in our health.
वेरी गुड. एनीथिंग एल्स? कुछ बताना चाहते हैं? हाँ जी बोलो बेटा बोलो जल्दी.
They can lead to heart attack.
Okay, so obesity can lead to various problems like. Okay, continue next please. So it can cause various problems. बाकी slides में दिखाते हैं आपको. So आगे हम बताएंगे आपको what is balanced diet and what are healthy foods. Okay, you want to know ना? Next, and how much exercise to do and its advantages. अभी सर ने भी बताया, और भी advantage बताएंगे. Next please. So what is junk food? This is the definition. Junk food is a term used to describe food that is high in calories due to sugar and fat, and possibly sodium, but with little dietary fiber and important nutrients. हमारी इंडियन अकेडमी